As I mentioned earlier, we're coming to you near the southern steps leading up to the Second Temple. The Bible's King David, man or myth? That's the question Israeli archaeologists are answering with new archaeological finds. They believe they've uncovered the remains of a palace of King David. CBN's correspondent takes us near the Valley of Elah, where David slew Goliath.
About 20 miles outside of Jerusalem, archaeologists found the best example yet of a fortified city in Judah from the time of King David. Identified with biblical Sha'araim, the city overlooked the Valley of Elah, where David killed Goliath.
Before we excavated here, there was many debate about King David, if he's a historical figure or not, and if he indeed has a kingdom and fortified cities.
Hebrew University archaeologist Professor Yossi Garfinkel says even though David is famous in the Bible, no evidence from his time as king had been found in Hebron or Jerusalem.
So people start asking, well, maybe it's all mythology, maybe it's only his stories, maybe he never existed. Or if he existed, he was just a Bedouin sheikh living in a tent, but no real kingdom, no real fortified cities.
That changed 7 years ago when the excavations here began.
And after 1 and 2 and 3 seasons, it turned out that we have a big city here which was heavily fortified. Some of the stone here are up to 8 tons. This is not a small village. This is a real important stronghold.
Not everyone shares this excitement. Some archaeologists caution that the site may have belonged to other kingdoms. Many believe there is no actual proof that King David existed. But Garfinkel is convinced. They found a 1,000 square meter palace at the center of the site. It had an excellent view from the Mediterranean Sea to the Hebron Mountains and Jerusalem. Another building would have been used to store taxes.
How do you collect taxes in antiquity? People did not have salaries, so you don't have income tax like today, but people were agriculturalists, so everybody had to donate some of their product. Wheat, barley, legumes, and so on and so forth. And these were stored in big storage rooms, in storage jars, and in a central building.
There were no pig bones found at the site, showing that people followed the biblical commandment against eating pork. Garfinkel says all the discoveries add up.
And it's different from the Philistine, from the Canaanite, or from the Kingdom of Israel. So our conclusion is that this city is from the time of King David.
The dig at Kirbet Keafa will soon be finished as archaeologists look for more answers at another excavation site.
This area is going to be developed into a national park. To develop the place to be a tourist area, and people from Israel and abroad, tourists can come and see the landscape, can see the only place in the world where you can see a city from the time of King David.
Alpha.